Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today it's, well, I have this, I forgot I had that. I was listening to something a little earlier. Okay, so today is shot number 3. Technically, it's only been 13 days since I've been moving my day from Wednesday to Tuesday, and now this week Monday. So Mounjaro Monday for me, yay! The lessons that I've learned, which I took this into account, and I'm gonna tell you, and I think any video that you're watching on a GLP-1, if someone doesn't tell you to, one, drink your water, stay hydrated, and number 2, do your protein, you probably should stop watching them, because I think those are very important, especially for me, meaning that I don't want to lose any of the muscle that I worked so very hard to get, and I want to continue to build on that muscle. So I definitely know that I have to have more protein than what other people are saying. Water and protein, very important. I found that when I didn't have enough water, or I wasn't hydrated, I would catch a headache and I'd feel nauseous first thing in the morning. I don't like feeling nauseous, so I make sure that this is by my bedside. Yeah, what I was supposed to say is I make sure that I'm staying hydrated, and when I need something more, I add in this is a zero hydrate. I just did my shot. I was about to get ready to do my first workout of the day, which is some legs. I do legs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at home. The stuff that I don't feel comfortable doing in the gym, I do it here in the apartment. So anyway, as I said, it's only been actually it's been 13 days, even though it's shot number 3. So I just wanted to come and do an update and share with you the things that I've noticed, some of the good things that I've noticed, and something that may help someone else. Now, I actually went down the rabbit hole of the Mounjaro rabbit hole, where I'm looking at other people's journeys, and I started comparing mine and started freaking out. And I think I started, well, no, I know I started dieting. And that's something that I didn't want to do. I wanted to initially, when I first started this journey back in the gym, I wanted to just eat less and do body recomposition, and that didn't work out quite the way I wanted to. It started working, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have some good muscles. I'm legs, and all of that is doing well, but I still have so much fat, and the scale is still on the higher end. I'm so desperate for this to work, because nothing really else has worked in the long term. So I felt like I wanted this to work, and my mind got caught up, because wanting it so bad, I think I started telling myself I wasn't hungry, and the medicine, it's not working quite. Maybe I don't have enough in my system where it's working and giving me that suppression that a lot of people talk about. I feel it a very little, but when I eat, I can eat. I still eat. And I just have to literally, in my mind, stop myself. So I started going, okay, if I keep doing this, I'm gonna gain weight. I won't lose weight. Blah 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 blah. So over the course of the last week, since I've gotten over my little tick bite fever, over the last week since I've been going back into the gym, and I've been very mindful of not overeating, and I think I did skip a meal or two, and that was just basically how the day played out, that I wound up eating lunch too late, and then I didn't want to eat dinner, because I'm going to be going to sleep soon. So that happened two times, maybe 3 times. And then also we were out, and I didn't want to eat the junk food at the fair, so then I wound up skipping lunch, and then we had dinner, very early dinner. So that kind of played into. So what does the scale say this week? Well, the scale says officially 8.4 pounds, which is 3.81 kilograms. And I know you're probably wondering, why are you giving kilos? Well, because I have to get into the habit of saying it. Because where I live, that's what they use. We don't use pounds here in South Africa. They use kilos. I thought in my head, I was like, oh, it's going so good, so good, so good. I was like, if I get to 10 pounds this week, it's going to be great. And then I started looking at, when I stepped on the scale Friday, that I'm not going to make that to the 10 pounds by my by my weekly weigh-in. And I think I took that with me, and then I started talking to my niece Ariel, and she reminded me of the video that I sent her by this wonderful lady, And let me see, I'm gonna look up her name. Kinosi Radibi. Radibi. Kinosi Radibi. Girl, your video is on point. I watched it and I was like, she made so much sense to what, the stuff that she was saying. And I sent it to my niece. My niece is not on a GLP-1, but she is following my journey and she's very supportive. So she was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then, this morning she sent me another video on someone else. And then I was just like, telling her all the stuff that I'm feeling. And she's just like, remember what the girl said in the video that you sent me. And so I was like, oh crap, she did say not to diet, to let, just take the shot and forget about it. And that's easier said than done when it's so new to you and that's all you're just like everything you're thinking about is a GLP-1. So I think this week, starting Monday, today's Monday, so I'm going to start following her advice and just trying to take that shot and then just forget about it and then just do the normal stuff that I have been doing because maybe it has not built up into my system. So I will say this, for me, I'm going to try and do that, and act like I didn't take the shot and just kind of forget about it. I do it here in privacy. When I do it, I come down to the flatlet and I do it here and I talk to you guys here and then I go back upstairs. So I think when I go back upstairs, I'm going to forget that I ever took it and then just go on with my day eating normally and not trying to be like, oh, I have to lose 5 pounds this week or I have to lose 4 pounds this week. I'm just going to let my body glide into it and do the stuff that it's supposed to do because one, I don't want to be dieting. That's why I was trying to do the body recomposition before because I want to be able to eat food. I want to be able to eat regularly and fuel my body. I don't want to overeat, but I want to eat like a regular person. I don't want to starve. And that's why I came to this. So I have to remind myself, this is why you started the GLP-1 because you thought you were doing everything right and you still weren't at that weight loss. So I have to keep telling myself that. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. That comparison is the thief of joy, as they say. You can, I know when you're new to this, into anything, be it surgery, be it, anything that you do, you want to compare other people and you want to see them for motivation, but then your head starts playing that game with you where, you start comparing yourself, even sometimes without realizing you're doing that. Calm yourself down. And I'm talking to myself and I'm also talking to somebody else that, that may be going through this. Don't do that to yourself. It's it's hard, it's hard, but you choose your heart. This is going to be my tool. I have to remind myself, I wanted a more muscular build. I wanted to be strong and I wanted to see the muscles, and I also want to be thin, but I also want that. So I don't just want to be skinny and that's it, because if I wanted to be skinny and that's it, I wouldn't even be telling you guys about it. I would have just took the shot and showed up like a lot of other people and say, oh, I stopped eating so much stuff, blah 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 blah, and I'll be like 99 pounds. But that's not what I wanted. So I want to be able to eat. I want to be able to eat. Let me reiterate that. I want to be able to eat food. I like food, so I want to be able to eat it without feeling guilty. I want to be able to, like when my family goes out for pizza, I don't want to just have a salad and be like, oh, and then like sneak their little toppings. I want to just be able to go, you know what? I'm going to have my salad and I'm going to have a slice of pizza. That's what I want at that particular time. I don't want to put it on I can't ever eat it list. If I want a slice of pizza, I should be able to have it like other people. And so that's what I want. I want my metabolism to work, even though I am at a more mature age and not 20 anymore. That's okay. When I was 20, I was 300 pounds. So, I'm taking it in a different light. That's how I have to remind myself of when I started this without the GLP-1. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to eat. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be, lean and just feeling good about myself, feeling good in my body. And so I'm going to go in with a different mindset this week. And I'll have to remind myself of this. But you guys, if you're starting out, don't be hard on yourself. This is not a sprint, as I have to keep telling myself. Just I'm gonna let it play out for the months that it takes, however long it takes. It's going to work. I know it's going to work. It's gonna do something. It's already doing something with my mind and making me, do the things. I'm looking forward to that full suppression or that suppression that they're talking about. Um, the the stuff in your head that has lessened already, and so I'm looking forward to that, doing its thing. I'm looking forward to all the positive things that everybody else talks about. So that's where I am. And welcome to week 3. We'll see how this goes. Oh, and my shot, I decided since I did the first 2 in my stomach, I would do this next one in my thigh. And I did the thigh that, the opposite thigh of where I had the tick bite at, because I still like, feel like I'm healing over there. So I did this left thigh, and I pinched it enough to where even though I have a lot of muscle on my leg, I still have a lot of fat on my leg. So I was able to pinch that, and we'll see how that goes. Now, as far as the date and the time of taking your Mounjaro, when I went down that rabbit hole, I saw people saying that you should take it at night so that if you do have any of the side effects, you're going to sleep through them and then you'll wake up feeling refreshed. Then some people also said that it helped them sleep. Anyway, as far as the other stuff, let me see what else I wanted to talk about. So my notes tell me that overall I'm feeling good. I think I have more energy. I don't know if I have more energy or not, because sometimes I'm still, at the end of the day, I'm still wiped out. So we'll come back to that, having more energy. My workout hasn't been the same. Before, when I was in the gym, I was at a certain level and I could see the strength. And, over the month and a half, I kind of been traveling a little more and working out with heavy weights a little less. And so I got sick twice. So through all of that, I did skip the gym a few times. And so when I'm going back, which was last week, it was the hardest week back in the gym. And then also probably because I wasn't eating as much, that also probably made me not as strong. And I don't know why I didn't think about the both of those, because I was supplementing with protein shakes. So that's, I was thinking that was enough, but I know I need to eat whole foods, and I'm going to go back to that. I can't wait to go eat breakfast right now. And guess what? I am hungry. Speaking of which, I still get hungry. I can control the hunger a little bit better, and keep it at bay. And I'll tell you this because yesterday we had breakfast and then we went out to a festival and we were gone pretty much all day until 5 o'clock. Now, normally at that festival, I would have, and I had the urge to get the junk food, but I didn't. And I was like, normally I would have just gotten that junk food and been like, okay, this is lunch, and called it what it was. Because I didn't get anything. I guess the guys didn't get anything. And Kingston was like, he's not hungry. He was so busy having fun. And then he had cotton candy. So I think that suppressed his hunger. But they did get these little fried potatoes, and I did taste a few of those. But I noticed that I didn't eat it all, and I was like, oh, I need to get some more. I just ate it, and I was like, okay, I could eat, but also I could wait till I get home. And so I was thinking we would get something on the way home, but neither one of them wanted anything. So I was like, well, okay, I guess I don't want anything. So as soon as we got home, I just started making dinner. And so we had a very early dinner, 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, we had dinner. So that, that kind of took care of that. So when I say it, I still get hungry. I still do feel that hunger cue. I'm not feeling that, where people are like, they're just not hungry and they're just not thinking about food. I still think about food, and not as much, but I still get hungry. So there's that. It's only been 3 shots, just taking my 3 shots. So it's only been 2 shots. So we'll see where that goes if I ever get that feeling where I don't want food, or have to force myself to eat. Ain't never had that problem. That would be a good problem to have, I suppose. So to wrap it up, after almost 2 weeks going into my 3rd shot, or just having taken my 3rd shot, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have it just so I don't have it. I am getting better at the shot. I think that's going to be one of those things where it's just like, boop, boop, and then it'll be no problem. As far as the figuring out the food and figuring out all of the rest of it, I'm a work in progress. So keep coming back, and you and I can figure it out together. If you have any suggestions for what I've just said or for what I'm doing or I'm starting out with, please, I want to keep the comment section open for you guys. Don't be jerks. Okay, that's it, guys. I'll see you next week for shot 4. And wish me luck. Bye.